button for help. All right. Hello. Testing mic 1 2 1 2. Testing mic 1 2 1 2. Testing mic 1 2 1 2. Testing. Can you hear me, guys? Testing mic 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me, guys? I hope you can. Okay. Yes. Perfect. Oh, guys, today I enjoy myself. It's a weekend, and at the weekend, what I do is normally I play music and I dance to the beats, the drum. And, when you dance, all you are literally doing is you're making a lot of patterns. One, you're making patterns on the floor, making patterns in the air, and you're making patterns in the sky. So literally, it's almost like if one can stand on top of you, they can literally draw the patterns you made when you were dancing. And you find out that the picture is very pretty. So, what it also does with your dancing is it delivers a message to, you will say, well, it delivers a message to who? Sometimes it delivers it in the sky. It can also help because it's like waves, it's like energy that you are producing. It kind of creates some kind of heat. If you dance outside, or a large group of people, if you dance outside, you find out that your movements literally make a wave in the sky or around you that you don't understand. You think that, well, maybe it's just you don't some people don't pay attention to it, but it make the movement around you. It literally shift the atmosphere around you. You see, that's where whenever there's a music going on and everybody's dancing, you want to jump in and let's be like, oh, let's dance. I want to do it too, because it's so fun and it's cool because the person produced a pattern, and the pattern they produce is a pattern that have the edges open, meaning like if you draw like a scissors, so it's almost like it's cutting everything that is that everything that is really closed out. It's cutting it, it's cutting that energy off. So it only produce the energy of almost like sharp scissors around you. So people come around you, they cannot really affect your energy. So when you're dancing, that's what you're doing. You're producing heat that gets rid, almost like devour heat that's not right. And great musicians always know this. Like you produce a song, you're like, well, the people will dance, but they're not gonna get the energy out. So let me go ahead and make it on the tip so they can really dance and get it out. You know, so trust me, don't go to the dance floor like you trying to fight somebody. No, just you moving is a you have already created a shape that things that are negative get away from you. You understand? And so what that's why brings me back to what we are going to preach about today. Meaning when you're creating a song, when you are dancing to a certain song, this is what the problem is for our generations that I observe, you know. And I wish if you are here, you can enjoy this message today. I have no hatred for anybody, guys. I don't even know the meaning of what is called hatred. All that I have to give is just love, peace, understanding. Hey, if you don't understand me, go. I have only three rocks that I always throw. I leave one for my brother to throw. True love and understanding. Okay? So when I give it to you, that's it. I have nothing else. Okay? So if you want to fight me, come. I have nothing to give you but love. If you want to tell me la la la, I have nothing to give you but the truth. If I lie, I apologize. Give me the truth. Let me learn so I can move forward. Why? Because I want you to understand me. Okay. So I may say something else. Sometimes it's like, okay, it doesn't make sense. But I want you to tell me the good. Teach me to understand so that we can all move forward. You understand? Okay. So my name is Sewa. 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 A lot of people say different ways. And when I get things wrong, people are always like ready to call me Sarah, and I'm looking at them like, okay, just because I get it wrong, don't call me a different name. Please, I apologize. Just call me my real name. If you can say that's fine, cultures wise. But some people call it Sarah. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's good. Maybe it's English name for Sawa. Okay. Some people made it fancy. A lot of people change the names, make things fancy. Like, I call, I say my mom always telling people that my head is really pretty, miti fefe fefe, and people will say Nefertiti, and some people will say fefe dita, you see. So it's always like different on how folks say it, but the actual name is like that. Okay, it means like you have a pretty head, you have a pretty mindset, pretty conscience, like clear conscience. That's what it really means. Someone with a clear conscience who don't hold a lot of things weigh down. That's what the whole name means. Someone who have clear conscience, who do not allow things to weigh them. Okay, a lot of folks are gonna say, "Me scale now." Someone who don't allow things to weigh them. You almost and always let go. Okay, so let's go ahead and move to the Songs of Solomon. Today, can you imagine? I move you from Psalms to Songs of Solomon. That means there's love in the air. The summer is probably coming. Babies are gonna be born. Okay, so close your eyes. Let's give a quick 5 minutes. Amen. I pray in silence. Okay, and I think God, whoever made me, they can communicate with me mentally as well. So let's go ahead and do the Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, going. Okay, I already talked to you guys. If you are on here on my channel, I told you that Solomon means no bullshit, no assholes, no crap, okay, no nastiness. I mean, Solomon is almost like talking about the word itself, Songs of Solomon, right here, is only telling you, right? No assholes to my sons. Teaching your sons not to be ignorant. Teaching your sons not to be disrespectful to their wives. Teaching your daughters not to be disrespectful to their men. That's what Sons of Solomon says. So sometimes I look at it and I tell folks, no, all I'm saying is no assholes. I mean, no, no X's, no X's, okay? Only check marks. Only things that are right, that are good, that you can tell folks, that you can raise your sons. It literally says sons, your children. You can raise them on how to appreciate the opposite sex. Okay, so that's why the whole book Sons of Solomon is written about. But here the Bible is written like in songs. Why did folk wrote songs? The Bible, almost like some of the Bibles are all like Psalms is on all songs in English, right? It's all songs that was sung. But why did the ancient cultures made it a song? You make it a song because you want it to last for your culture to continue practicing it. So guess what? If it was book, ain't nobody have time to go and read the book how the gorilla came and made the Genoa and the Makua became Babakiba, and then you are looking at it at school. That's what happened. Let me tell you what. Everybody that became a doctor, became a lawyer, became somebody greater, greater, greater. Guess what happened? When you tell them, do you remember chapter 15 of your book in anatomy? Guess what they say? No, I don't. Why? It's a book. I don't remember that. That's a long time ago. No, why would I even ever do that? But when you say, do you remember the song that Mary J. Blige sang in 1946 or whatever that said, um, that had that had this title? Yes, of course, they're gonna even do the beat for you. Why? Because it's a song that got stuck with them. So ancient cultures always have to, any culture, guys, if you want your culture, I told you we are practicing culture now, this is a time that a lot of cultures are going to be made, are going to rise, are going to be produced, where a lot of cultures are going to stand up. This is a time where a lot of culture groups are going to come in. So what happens is sometimes when those that are not for cultures, when they see that this time, and especially the age of Aquarius is coming in, or the age where information is coming in, they always try to suppress it, kill it. They always try to do that, right? Because they don't want cultures to produce. What happens that when cultures come up? When cultures come, a lot of things that those that are rich, they kind of go down. The rich start to go down. Why? Because guess what happened? The underdogs come in. When the underdog come in, the underdog is only trying to make it better. Remember, they're only trying to make it better because they feel as if the information was kept for those that are on top to make so much money. And the underdog is not saying, no, I want to now make money too. So now, how is it? The underdog only learned that the one on top made so many mistakes and they're going to create theirs better. You see what happened? So now this is where the fiction comes in, okay? This is where the fiction comes in, and one is like, I'm not gonna go, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna, yeah. It's like fight, fight, fight. Meanwhile, they are only fighting to a place where they will look at each other and say, ah. So it's just a cycle of the world. How will we fight it? Useless, okay? Useless fight. So Songs of Solomon, I told you it says, I'm teaching my, it's almost like teaching your kids not to be assholes. Sorry, I'm using this word on here. Let's beep it. Teaching your kids not to be ignorant or low mindset, lower conscience, where they are almost like somebody have to teach them. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Okay, 24/7. The child is not a child anymore. Whenever they hit a certain age, they are grown up adults. They gotta learn. So this is where Songs of Solomon come in. So it says, chapter 1. Your lips cover me with kisses. This is where the woman is talking. Your lips cover me with kisses. Your love is better than wine. There is a fragrance about you. The sound of your name recalls it. No woman could keep from loving you. Take me with you and I will run away. Be my king. Take me to your room. We will be happy together, drink deep, and lose ourselves in love. No wonder all these women love you. Women of Jerusalem, I am dark but beautiful, dark as the desert tent of Kira, but beautiful as the draperies in Solomon's palace. Don't look down on me because of my color. You see, that's where Maya Angelou comes in right there. He says, don't look down on me because of what? You see, Maya Angelou was smart. Because the sun has tanned me. My brothers were angry with me and made me work in the vineyard. I had no time to care for myself. Tell me, my love, where will you lead your flock to gaze? Where would they rest from the noonday sun? Why should I why should I need to look for you among the flocks of the other shepherds? You see? Now, see how I read it? It's like a beautiful poem to you, right? No, it's a song. It's a song, and it's sung this way for generations of generations to listen to it and get stuck with it. Ancient culture, my culture, we have this thing in a song. Okay? So it has been translated here where you read it as a poem. You read it like a book, like a paragraph. You see, when you close the book, you ask somebody, what does chapter 1 of Songs of Solomon say? Oh, I don't know. I forgot. I don't know. I don't remember. You don't remember? Yeah, I don't remember. Meanwhile, if it was sung, and you tell them, do you remember the first song of you remember the first song of TikTok? You know, we have a guy that was a rapper. When his song that came in, oh yeah, everybody can say it. So even when culture died, when computer died, when things are turned off, things happen. Guess what? Everybody still know the verse of that song. That we can write it and put it down for our children to follow. So this is what great cultures stand for. You can burn all the books in their library. Great cultures do this. You can burn all the books in their library. You can destroy everything else. But they came to a realization that their conscience is greater library than the ones that we build outside of ourselves. But how do we make sure that we close the libraries in our head and one do not penetrate it and use it against us? They only use it in song words. They only made it into songs. So everything they were practicing, they make it in song. They remember the song, they keep it in the memory and they stay there. Why? They have realized that when modern civilization comes over, like I had a dream where almost like a man, I visioned a man, and the man was literally like crying and pissed off and saying that the library have been broken. The library have been broken. And this is, I had a dream just right before, I went through this whole thing came and and so I was like, oh my god, somebody has broken into my head. My library has been broken. So I don't know, maybe it's time for me to deliver a message or something. But that's what it was saying. You see, because the library in your head is a man that guards the library in your head. Okay? A man guards the library in your head. So whenever it's time for you to access a lot of information, the library gets broken or it gets burned down or it gets unplugged from your head, then that means it's time. Cultures know this, so I'm not gonna go there. And let me tell you, the culture in Africa, when my culture, you see that the men always put like powder on them, powders, and what they will do is they will circulate, and then they were literally like talking to themselves and saying a whole bunch of things, right? And people are standing there like they are crazy, they are retarded. People say all these things to them because they don't understand. And all those people are literally doing, who are they mimicking? They are mimicking doctors. I'm sorry, that's it. So in my culture, you will look at a lower level conscience as those folks are ignorant. They are only practicing going around and they are putting powder on them and doing all these things. And because they are washing, people have a whole lot of things to say. They are doing this. But meanwhile, what they are literally saying is, you bring it to modern civilization is doctors. So we call now, you people come up with voice saying that's a medicine doctor, right? And then you call them medicine doctors. Yes, we always call them doctors like that, but they were doctors of conscience, right? So in my dream, that's what I saw. Like, okay, the doctor or the medicine doctor saying the library is open. Where here you come up physical world. Yes, you see the doctor. What do? They have the white coat on. Okay, so the doctor in modernization world is going to have the white coat on and going in circles from one person to one person trying to kill them. When the ancient culture, what are they doing? They're trying to kill them, but they're killing them consciously on, okay, this is what I found, this is what I saw, and they go in circle, practice that. It's the same culture. One is advanced, one is not. Okay, but the one that you think is not advanced have a really good leeway of always making it through what? Through civilization. Why? Because you look down at them as inferior, okay, as inferior and stupid, and they know that this world, you cannot look down at this. You must learn to understand people's topic and move about this world as you go. Okay, so remember the Indian guy who says there's a corn, you have to make sure you plant your corn well. The corn lady, okay, that ate his corn and forgot about everything that's going on, continue eating his corn while other people ate the corn and at the middle, those that didn't eat the corn at the middle when they fell. So that's how the whole thing literally works. So let's get back to where we were. The Songs of Solomon. You read it one time, you thought it was just a poem. You literally thought It was like but I don't know how you thought, but it's a song, right? For you to remember. Okay. So it says, "Your lips cover me with kisses. Your love is better than wine." You see, it says the woman is the one singing it. This is what the problem come in. You see, when it says your lips cover me with kisses, your love is better than wine. It's almost like something that is undeniable. You see, undeniable that you're always willing to almost like defend somebody or your partner, your wife, your girlfriend, defend them regardless of what they are. You see, so I was literally having this song that was played, and I was like, I've seen a lot of cultures, but I'll tell you one culture that I always saw the woman was really, really defended. Okay, then we have and some cultures that we have now, right? Christianity, one, we do love our wives and husbands and all that stuff, but guess what? Our kids grow up and our kids just don't they literally fall astray by them disrespecting their girlfriends for their girlfriends to come and disrespecting the mothers of the homes of this guy or the whoever is in front. So this is where the problems come in. The problem is because this part of the Bible, Songs of Solomon, is almost like never preached in churches. Yes. It's almost like never preached in churches. Why? Because they only feel as if it's talking about things that when kids are around, you cannot really explain it because somebody is talking about kisses over here. And you are looking at these folks like, don't be a hypocrite. Don't be a culture that is hypocrite, meaning you sit there with your husband and kiss each other, but you're not willing to stand in the front and tell you're not willing to share your love and how amazing loving on your husband, your wife is. You're not. You are only willing to stand in front of the world, stand in front, go to the pastor, preach about how horrible your marriage is. That's what folks were doing. You meet folks, and this was what they were doing. I'm gonna tell you right now. I met look. I think I was like a little investigator going around listening to everybody. This is my life. Like, oh my God, I'm learning. Wow, why would they do this? You see, so literally, you see what Songs of Solomon. She is appreciating the kiss of a man. There is fragrance about you. The sound of your name recalls it. Even the name, you appreciate it, right? No woman could keep you, huh? Could keep from loving you. So this is where the problem comes in. A lot of people are running around. I don't want to dive deeper into the Psalms of Solomon because if I did, I think my channel will be blocked. Why? Because I had so much things about it that it's totally 360 degrees of what you've been taught. And you are like, no, no, who is doing this? Who is translating this? You see, who is doing this? So this is where this comes in. The notion of we are not literally teaching our kids it's mother, father, and a child when it comes to Christianity, when it comes to the churches. We are only teaching the kids. Coming is mom suffering with no dad coming in. That's dad suffering with no mom coming in. And we're teaching them how to get better. That God is going to pay all your bills. God is going to bless you this year. And then the people are waiting like this week came, last week came. God didn't bless me. I'm still here. They're still praying and they're still not giving up hope. They're still going. And then one is like, well, this is how we do it. And so we trying to move forward. So, but listen, this is how you do it, right? But guess what? There are folks that are literally coming into the church seeking for this stuff to be preached. So if you're a preacher, I'm telling you, if you're a pastor, you are here on my channel, I need you to understand when you go out there and preach, preach about families. You understand? A whole lot of people are preaching about somebody, first they stopped preaching about, they were doing concept preaching. What is concept preaching? Come listen to me and you feel better and you're gone. And when you go back home, your sorrows and your problems elevated, and then you are like, oh my God. Meanwhile, and then people said they are raising up, and then they went and start preaching about revelations. And so it was almost like they are forgetting some of the important parts of the Bible. They go from concept, now they're going to the part where it's fear. Let's put fear in you, and then they go to the part. Yeah, it's like they always want to ignore the part that have to talk about family, boy and girl, man and a woman, where they have to get together. They escape it. But here on my channel, I don't, because why? That's not how the Bible in my ancient words and culture. That's not how it is. You understand? It's male, female, and a child. Okay? It's almost like the twilight to you guys. Well, me is tree light. What is tree light? Enlightenment, huh? The real one. They say tree light. People say it's twilight. You're like, where did you learn that from? Who said it's twi? Who is teaching you how to speak? Okay, remember some people can't say R or L. You have to pick one. Okay. So coming back, it says, there is a fragrance about you, the sound of your name recalls it. No woman could keep from loving you. Take me with you, and we will run away. Be my king and take me to your room. We will be happy together. Drink deep and lose yourselves in love. No wonder all women love you. You see, so people will literally stand here on this section and say, this woman is almost like what? Give it to me. It says all women will love you. Oh, this woman is just this. You see, guys. It says we will be happy together. Drink deep and lose yourselves in love. And let's lose ourselves in love, right? It says no wonder all women love you. A lot of women love this man. Why? It says what? We will be happy together. You see, I have this that I wanted to tell you. These parts of the Bible, you go to church, they literally run through it. No, if you are at church and you are listening to me, a pastor, preacher, whatever, you have to now say, this is my lovely wife. Stop putting your wife in the front and say, we're going to preach about our wives today. Look at what churches do. They only appreciate wives, women, Mother's Day. They only appreciate Father's Day. And then you look at them like, what kind of concert are you guys playing? What are you following? So the young men that were going to these churches, they were growing up, did not really understand the basics of the importance of having a male and female come together and have a child. They were only basing it off on, oh, I gotta run away because nah, 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 nah. You see, there were other mothers that were there, and that was also, because they have made it. Let me tell you, they have made this culture that I'm looking at so hard that even young men, it was hard for them to be with young women because they were thinking, my mom is gonna kill me because this. And all the mother should have done was educate your child. Like, don't go out there trying to sleep with all these, any woman that you see. Don't go out there trying to sleep with any boy that you see. Have an intellectual conversation with them. If they don't make sense, move on. You understand? Do that and learn to enjoy yourself. Can you imagine? I'm gonna tell you, some people hear that their child is enjoying themselves at home. Guess what they say? I don't know. I'm a little scared because my child is playing music by herself or himself. Like I'm gonna tell you example that I know. I'm not gonna really go ahead and break it down. But you enjoying your music, playing music and dancing in your room or whatever,
Nowadays, you cannot even do that as a child. Why? Your mom is going to knock on the door. Your grand, hey, you okay? Why are you not coming outside to talk to everybody? I think something wrong mentally that they said whenever this had. That's the problem you guys have. If you're here on my channel, that's a problem a lot of folks have. And the problem is we are always trying to put a label on something where it has to even give you a peace. I want my peace of mind. I want to stay in my room. I want to dance rough. I want to read books. I want to, I want to write my books. I want to learn everything. And then after that, I can come outside and play. You see, I tell you, folks, when I was a child, they wanted to drive me out of my home. Like, tell this baby to come outside and play. And then I'm sitting down like, no, that's not who I am. As a matter of fact, stuff like this makes me sick sometimes. Like when I see things that's not good, it kind of affects me. It just affects me. So I have to, things affect me. Sick people, things just affects me for no reason. It just make me sick and make me throw up. Things just affect me. So this is where we are coming in. So what was this happening? It was affecting our children. High top. It was affecting our children in a sense that our children were now looking at it like there's no togetherness in the church. Yes, there's no togetherness in the church. Meaning, all we do is, yeah, I come, we sing, we pray, we say thank you, Lord, for giving us a wonderful day, and we get going. Meanwhile, the children coming in, remember their testosterone are up. The women, the young ladies, remember they are up on something. But we don't preach that, okay, when you meet a young woman or a young man, you can actually, like you said, you want to get married, have you talked to them? Have you invited them home? The family have met, you guys have sat together at church, you guys have went out and eat, don't sleep together. It's like, where is that? And these kids go out there, they don't see it that way. They just go ahead and just do whatever. And then they come back home and the mom and dad is like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Pissed off. Meanwhile, whatever your images, whatever you are showing your child mimic that and show it back to you. It hurts. They show it back to you. Okay, so like I said, I was listening to a lot of people say, thank God, God is so good to me. And then the man go ahead and see another woman and say, oh, F this. And then the lady's like, yeah, she's so rude. F this. And then the man meet another woman. A woman meets a man. Oh, he's like, ah. They use the word. And then the woman's like, yeah, F this. And then we're like, where are you guys from? Yeah, we are this congregation. She's like, guys, calm down. You understand? You folks are doing too much. You see, you are only creating problems. Okay? So, can you imagine what if they are divorced? That's the worst part. That's the worst part. To be in a home that your parents are divorced. Why? Because your mom is going at it. You are in your mom's car, they go at it. You are in your dad's car, they go at it. So you are sitting in the middle, almost like the judge. Why are you saying that? Why are you saying this? Right? Meanwhile, we don't even teach our kids that, hey, sometimes divorce will come in the marriage. Me and your father, we divorced or we went through this because, it didn't serve us well, but I moved on and he moved on. That don't mean that that's the end of us, okay? You see, some women sit in the car with their kids. I'm telling you, they are so battered by the action that happened in their family with the other man that they are willing to put it all that stuff on the child. Me, I will tell you, you understand? Like, no, because this happened. That's why we didn't talk. But apart from that, your father loved you. Apart from that, everything is good. Stuff happen. We just don't talk. Let your child understand it as they go. Like, okay, stuff happen. That's why, but that's not the end of it. You can always find someone that's truly, really, really God made for you. You see, everybody on this planet, you have your partner, you just haven't seen them. And how do you see this? They're always around you. Seriously, they never left you. They're always around you. They're just someone that maybe they are in the market and you are here at the conjunction or something. So you never saw them. But they never left. They are here. That male part of you is here. It never left you. That female is here. They never left you. Okay? They are almost like, because you guys, your countries have not elevated to a certain point, they're almost like dragged to somewhere else for someone. You know? And you are also dragged somewhere else to someone. Why does this happen? It only happens for life to continue. You understand? This happened, that happened, and life continue. How is it? Life come out of things that are chaos. I'm telling you, a lot of lives come out of a lot of fun. Things that are fun that are going to comes out of things that are chaos. Serious. So whenever we lose our partners, we lose those that we love, those that we really care. You know, the first boy, first girl, whenever they go on the side or whatever. Now look what happened. You want to go listen to breakup music, right? Some of them, I want to go shopping, right? You want to eat ice cream, yes. So the cultures of the world have seen this. So they only elevate upon these points of folks making that mistake, not finding each other or knowing each other. And that's how they elevate because of the bigger. So if you want to base your culture, like I said, I've already given you how to start it, how not to disintegrate it, but to build upon it. But do not let that part of the culture die. If it die, what it does is it doesn't completely dissolve. It only cover one person up. It covers the female. Yes. Why do I always point out the female and not the male? The male position, the male aspect, the male position. Let me turn this light on. The male position in cultures are so strong. They wanted to push and continue that culture for so strong, right? For so long that sometimes the woman going with the culture, guess what the women do? They get hurt in that culture because the man have been seen to provide for the family, for the culture. You see, so as a man, you're only like protecting the woman who is supposed to literally bear somebody who has to be taught how the culture is. So when the man is not there, then the question of unknown have been left between the mother and the daughter. See? So here I bring your mind back again, which is do not elevate the part where male and female must come together if they are going to date. They are dating. I don't know what you guys call dating here. I was so shocked when folks were like, I take you to Chili's, you go eat. And I'm like, you take the person to Chili's? Yeah, let's go to Chili's. Let's go to Jack in the Box. Let's go to what? Let's go to Cheesecake Factory. Let's and then that's dating and yes, literally people have sex in the dating spree. You are like, you guys are dating, you guys are having sex in the date, in the dating process. That's not good. When the dating is over is when the sex come in. Who told you that? Why? Because you are learning the man. Don't be a first cook before you got what? You got ready to be shared. Okay? The first cook before you got ready to be shared. That means what? You don't taste right. Okay? Hey guys, don't laugh about it. Guess what? I've been there. That's why I'm able to tell you. I've been there, I associate with it. That's why I'm able to break it down to you. So yes, the Songs of Solomon. Here, when I change it to ancient song, guys, you'll be like, hey, I mean, what just happened? What just happened? Please, wherever you are, go and buy an ancient language Bible. An ancient language Bible. Let an ancient somebody that speaks ancient languages teach you. Like the accounts. The account, they use the three ways. They use love, truth, and understanding. You all have it here as tree. I mean, we call it tree. It's truth, love, and understanding. Love is always in the middle. Okay? So truth, love, and understanding. Understanding, you have to have an I to see it. So we call it tree. Okay? Truth, love, and understanding. Love always comes with a W. It's a woman, okay? Just like in the book Psalms, so is a woman who literally reads, who literally tell you, okay, who literally comes and say, and it's a woman's name in there, okay? And that's what it is. Let's move forward. I don't want to go deeper. I want to put you on the track. So let's continue. The first song. No woman could be kept from loving you. You know, we have already talked about it. We're doing TWU over TWI. Okay? TW, I mean, I. But I'm not gonna do, I'm using the three. So mine is what? ULT. It's the same thing. It's just that, you see, one of them have bobs broken out of it. Okay? So let's continue. It says, take me with you. We will run away. We'll be my kin and take me to your room. When somebody is your kin, you cherish them. They are high. You respect them. I see folks call people their kin. Okay, listen. They call them their kins. But the way the man is treated is not like a kin. I'm like, do you know how a king is treated? Do you know how a queen is treated? You know? let me come here. When somebody tell me I'm a queen this, I'm like, no. No, you are using the name wrong. You see, whenever a queen, even whenever a queen is mistreated, do you know how much fines you gotta pay? Why is it that way? Why do you have to pay even big fines against those who betray queens and stuff? Remember, they are almost and always like a bullseye. So it's like a donut, they circulate. So if something hit them, something did this, guess what? The part of that part hitting them, hurting them, it it produces in years and years and years, and that single part will always hit all the time. So that's why you have to learn to say, okay, this person now, that's why I was a little confused. I'm like, if you are from a certain background, you're supposed to say, okay, these people are this. Let's make sure this don't happen. Let's make sure this, why? Because it will happen in history as we go. That's the only way, whenever you look at history, that's the only time things are happening in our life cycle, but folks don't read history. I think they read it, but they don't examine it. It only happened because what? Something big has happened to either a queen or a king. And when that happened to that king or queen, it repeats every lifetime forever and ever. So you have to be careful. Like something happened, you guys say Jesus. Jesus was a bullseye. Once Jesus I see you, you get born again. So literally, it repeat that side, that circle, it will repeat forever. You see. So these things we should have taken accountable to it and say, okay, now is the time we must take charge and say, okay, let's be careful. And look, it was only the DNA, the long chain of the DNA. That's why monarch was set. The long chains of the DNA. Everybody knew their spot. where they were, where they stand. Okay, and this is how the whole DNA of the world is moving. But when you get to a place when it's cut, something horrible happened. Let's go see what happened on this person. The person just got something. Okay, no. See, something happened. So let's move forward. When you take this out of religion, out of your culture, out of your essence of understanding, you don't really take all of it away. Why? Because when you are coming in the middle all the way to the end, everywhere you go, this part, why? The male part was coming all the way. The female part was coming all the way. And then you get here when it brings them together, right? So if you take this part together, you have separated what's called togetherness. The T part, the truth part, you have hide it. Okay? You have hide the truth part, or you have presented the truth, but you have covered the female part. Does that make sense? So let's do it again. Let's do it again. When you were coming reading the Bible with the male aspect, this happened, that happened, and then you get to the woman, right? And the woman go through it, complain, talk, and something happened. And then you get to the middle where they have to come together. The action, it's almost as an action, the verb of putting that little part together. You said no. The connection, the middle part where everything will be good. You said no, let's take that part out. So when you take this part out, now, when you take the connection part out, when you take, let me, you are here on my channel. I'm sorry, guys, block your ears if you are kids. When you take almost like the sex part out, when you take almost like the connection, the time these folks met out, when you take that small piece out and say, well, Jesus, uh, let's put it, they just walk. The disciple, when they got to King Solomon, rebuke, cover it off. Let's run to Isaiah. So Isaiah was really good and everything, and then you are like, wait, you went from Ecclesiastes, you skipped Songs of Solomon. Now we can talk about that. Why? Hey, if your pastor can speak about a man and a woman having fun and how you all need to have a man and a woman having fun, it's time that you literally examine that preacher. You literally say, I don't know, but I wanted to hear that part. And if that is not preaching the church, it's time for you to say, okay, um, uh, I don't know. I gotta move forward. Guys, let me tell you, whatever you do, if you take this part off, you open a church, we have some folks that are literally gonna try and say I'll go against it. Yeah, it's there. I'll go against it. I will never preach that part. And they never do. So they don't preach this part and then they skip it. But what happens is when they get to the place where it says mother have to bear a child, I Sarah have to bear a child by Abraham, then it's a problem. You see, when it get to a point where Abraham had to take a son Isaac, then it's a problem. So don't be a preacher. Don't be a pastor. Don't be a follower. When you are going to follow the book, you almost like you follow the book, but you don't agree with certain part of the book. And so you are like, hey, don't be a pastor who bites their teeth when you're reading the Bible. Be a pastor that's like, hey, today we're gonna preach about mom and dad family. Let's read Songs of Solomon. My love, you are as beautiful as Jerusalem, as lovely as the city of Tiza, as huh, breathtaking as these great cities. Turn your eyes away from me, they are holding me captive. Your hair dances like the flag of goat, bouncing down the hills of Gilead. Your teeth are as white as a flock of sheep that have just been washed. Now one of them is missing. They are all perfectly matched. Your cheeks glow behind your veil. Let the king have 60 queens, 80 concubines. Young woman with that number. But I love only you. And she is as lovely as a dove. She is her mother's only daughter, her mother's favorite child. All women look at her and praise her. Queens and concubines sing her praises. Who is this? Whose glow is like the dawn? She is beautiful and bright and dazzling as the sun of the moon. I have come down among the almond trees to see the young plants in the valley, to see the new leaves on the veins and the blossom on the pomegranate trees. I am troubled. You have made me as eager for love as a chariot driver is for battle. Dance, dance, girl of Shulam, let us watch you as you dance. Why do you want to watch me as I dance between the rows of onlookers? You understand? What a magnificent young woman you are. How beautiful are your feet in sandals. The curves of your thighs is like the work of an artist. A bow is there that never runs out of spice wine. You see, appreciating, guys, appreciating a woman, appreciating a man. You see, now I was looking at songs that they were singing. I have played almost 3 hours, literally 2 hours of songs that were like old hip hop songs. And you didn't even find one cousin. This is the problem I'm going to tell you guys. All ancient music songs, there were no cousin for women at all. This is the problem. They only have it when the woman is going was a cheater or something, but they don't even have a song for that. It's only the man that was a cheater that had a song that talked about them. But the woman, no. Why? Why did a lot of ancient cultures never have songs that disrespect a woman? Great women have fall. You understand? Great women have fall, have went to war, have went through things, have went through pain to bring children here. You see, every time you go to the hospital to bear a child, you are going to war because why? You never knew if you would come back when in the olden days there were no medicine. You never knew that you would come back. So you're almost like you're going to war. Did you win your battle? Who was your battle against? It was my battle was with a woman and I won my battle. So I have my child victory. You see? So the same thing. Now you look at yourself, you say, wait, what was my battle against? My battle was with a woman. I won my battle. You understand? Did you have a boy? You won your battle by a man. You understand? So you became that king. You became that queen. So this happened consciously. It happened in the world. It happened everywhere. It's almost like the domino effect, but it's a domino effect in happening in 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 time like sequence. You see. So this is what it comes in as if you take these things out, you distract the sequences of your preaching. You distract the sequences of your world. You distract the sequences of your culture, the practices. And what you will do is you bring a lot of men and women that are confused in your society. Yes, a lot of men and women that are confused in your society. You see, if I tell folks, huh? This is what just happened. Okay. So now let me not go even. I don't want to go deeper here on my preaching anymore. I just want to give you some surface and let's go. You see, so what I'm trying to tell you is if you're a preacher, You can go about it all you want. You preach about the male, you preach about the female, you ignore songs of Solomon because it's about male and female trying to be all together. So you hate this part and you cover it up and you close it and you move forward. You see, what you're going to do, you build up a culture full of confused men and women that don't know what to do. They try to find answer, but they just can't. You see, and that is going to be a big problem for you later on. Now you sit down looking at it like, maybe I should never have done that. Maybe I should never have, e- went through all this. You see, maybe I should never have done that. And what happened with this process is, I'll tell you, it created a lot of confused children who now thought, if I am strong, if I like to dance, I like to wear my long sleeve shirt with my pants and my boots. I'm called a tomboy. Who does that? I'm called a tomboy for me liking to wear my long sleeves and my jeans. And you look at them, you are like, no, it's a culture over there. The outfit they want to put on you, it has your belly, your whole belly cut out with your butt showing. It means you're naked. That's an insult. Don't buy clothes like that. Insult clothes. Okay? Buy stuff that cover you up a little bit. That men are creatures of inquisitive. They want to know. They want to see. Men wants that. They want to know. They want to see. They have to look. So if they can't see and they're like, I'm dying. I gotta see what's in there. So be that person where you are so pretty, you come out and everything. The man is like, what is underneath those things? They want you. When a man, these ladies these days, some of them, they have everything out there. They are attracting men. Everything out there with their everything out there, and then the man date them like in the middle of the day, they took them on to Chili's, and they came out of there. They dated and they are good, and then the man is like, hey, I gotta move on with somebody else. He got bored, man. You ain't fun. Why? You are repeating the same cycle of bad nigga, bad nigga. This guy looked at you and just off, and then the other person look at you, whoosh, off, and then now guess what? You have nothing fun about you, guys. Have something to hide about you, ladies. Men, you too. You understand? Don't go out there trying to be all rude to these women. Nothing fun about you. Some people want to go out there all rude and stuff, and then the woman just really don't know them like that. And if you want to go out there on the opposite, just go out there real, hey, this pine side, be so soft like a teddy bear. Like a teddy bear. Be so soft, be so cute, gentle, nice, okay? And don't, it's like, this is the problem. Men, problems that men have. They met you, they came aggressive, hey, what's up, man? And the woman is like, hey, what's up? You okay? Yeah. And then they start dating. I'm like, wait, he came at you aggressive, want to bundle you down, and then you just gave in? Nah, that's not nice. Okay? I don't try, fight. I gotta have this. I have to have this girl. I have to have this woman. I have to have the. Let them fight for you. Don't give up so easily. And I saw where some folks were literally teaching like it sounds like the girl was literally fist fighting the boys for the sake of love. And I'm like, oh Lord, how are they teaching them? You see? Because the boys were thinking, if I fight you, you're gonna give in to my love. Boys does that. If I fight you and I say, you bad and everything, you want to show me all parts of you that I like, and I say, yeah, okay, this is what I want. No, they're only tricking you and dragging you to the head, and the girls are like, I'm tired, they're giving up. Oh, me, you gonna bow. You gonna bow down, throw up. So, let me tell you, don't ignore chapter like this. let me tell you, going to a lot of churches these days, I said, why you don't preach about relationships? Why? Who is telling these folks don't preach about male and female anymore? Are they going out there preaching that it's only a man and a man dating? I hope nobody's out there doing that because if they did, they're in trouble. It's a it's a big cycle. Okay, cycle of cuts. You have made a cut in your life, a big cycle cut where it's hard to sew this time on. Okay, so don't create cuts. Make sure it's solid. Hey man, I got a mom and a dad. Anybody come to you, I got a mom and a dad. What that mean? That means I believe in family. Okay? I was born. Now is the time you gotta go around and say, I was born, baby. I was born. Means, honey. You're not gonna go there with me. No, I was born. That's all you gotta say. How you doing? Hey man, I was born. Oh, okay. That means you good. Yes, I'm good. I have a mom and a dad. Oh, guys, I want to leave you guys here. Preach Songs of Solomon. Guys, go ahead. You see, like I told you, hypocrites are there. They don't listen to love songs because God said we ain't supposed to listen to love songs. When somebody told me this, ah, I think the song I was listening to, let me see. I think it was Usher, one of Usher's song. It was so beautiful. I think it was Usher's song that I was listening. Somebody, I'm trying to remember. Literally, like, you listen to it? I'm like, yeah. He's like, girl, you gotta go to church, man. You gotta go to church. And I'm looking at her like, huh? Did you listen to the song? Yeah, girl. It's talking about how he loves some girl. Huh? I'm like, you married? Yeah, I'm married. Well, I love my husband. And I'm like, you're not married. I'm like, no. So I can't listen to a song about somebody, you know, about a man appreciating a woman. No, 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 no. Girl, if you do that, girl, you're gonna hell, man. Don't listen, man. I don't know how many times I hear somebody trying to tell me I'm going to hell just for me saying that I'm listening to a love song. And I was like, these folks, it's wrong. The culture is time for you. If you're going to church, listen to love song. I'm sorry if you're here on my channel. You going to church? Please listen to love song in your house. Hey, go find you Mary J. Okay, go find you Beyonce. Some song that literally appreciates a man. Sean Paul, I'm still in love with you, girl. Go find you uh big hey, these kids were growing up saying you're listening to love song, you're going to hell, baby, you're going to hell. Well, and I said, wait, what song am I supposed to listen? Man, you gotta listen to only church song. Man, you gotta listen to only church song. I said, you married? Yeah. And I said, so y'all, y'all kiss each other? Yeah, but y'all, nah, man, nah. And then you look at them like, hey, there's a mental, something is wrong here. Mentally, something is wrong. Y'all married? Do your husband sing to you? Yeah, but girl, not that's the. Hey, stop that concert over there. Stop that disgrace. Not here on my channel. You gotta go out there, put you some song that appreciates a man, and play that song in your car. Yes, play that song in the car. Me, guys, I dance. I dance. If you are here on my channel, I'm telling you, I dance. Okay, I dance to men singing song about a woman and how she's beautiful. I dance to it. I will not dance to a song where they are cursing a woman. I tell folks, when you're singing a beautiful song and you bring cussing in, this is what you just did. Sip. You had to put a scissors in your song. So somebody just take a scissors and cut it loose. Cut, 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 cut. Okay. And whenever you have a lot of cuts, musicians, if you are here on my channel, just know, even whenever you are singing a song and you have a lot of cuts in there, it's hard to put it together. You have to sing the whole chorus. The same thing, man. You guys are producing music for us to listen to. You see what you're doing, you have so much cuts on it, and then you go ahead and put curses in it. So now we're receiving it. How you think we're gonna process it? And then I will tell you, every musician that come through, they'll be like, "Oh, I didn't know that." Yes, you have cuts in the song. When you're producing the song and you look on the dashboard, you see that it's being cut. And it's when it's ever is cut when you're producing it or you're singing it, it's hard for the engineer to put them together. So they literally tell you sing it all along, so you don't make no mistake. But you go ahead, produce a song, bring it to us. Have so much oosh, 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 beep, beep, beep throughout the whole song. So how are we gonna process it? Now I'm sitting here, listening to the song. Every time the cousin come, my daughter in the car, Mama, that's cussing. I'm like, oh, forgive me. Gotta skip it. That song was pretty. Let me give you one of the most beautiful songs I ever had. It was by Shaggy. One of the songs says Angel, something like that. That song is so beautiful. Oh my God. It was beautifully composed, you know. So I tell you again, this is my example that I go around and I said, "Ah, I love it. I wish my daughter know how to sing this, but it's a cussing in there." So I guess they are like, well, it's not for kids. Then guess what? Now is the time you guys we need to put no PG-13s on the screen, no PG-13 songs. It comes on the screen as movies. I was originally thinking that the music industry was regulated by, especially hip hop, was regulated by a certain by, let's say, a certain family, or by a certain person who brought this thing up, you know, who brought the music industry up. I was thinking that's what it goes. What he or she who regulates the music industry sits down and say, okay, I regulate the music industry from now on. If we're gonna produce it, it's almost like the producers were supposed to get together, create a culture. Oh my God, create a culture, guys, with hip hop. All the producers like Biggie, Notorious, all those people that said they were brought hip hop first or whatever. I was like, well, James and all of them, they were all there. But whoever was regulating the music industry, they were supposed to sit down and say this. What we're gonna do is, if we're gonna regulate the songs that go out, let's not go ahead. You see, I'm gonna tell you the problems here. Let's do another video. If I dive deeper into the music industry, I don't think it's gonna be nice. But what I'm gonna tell you is this: the music industry created the culture, but they didn't build on the culture. I'm sorry. They created a culture, but they didn't tap the culture. Do you understand? You dress up good, but you didn't put your hat on. You dress up as a cowboy, but you don't have a hat. You had a hat, you have the glasses, but you didn't have the boots. What are you doing? You see, so they should have sat down and say this. Let's create the hip hop, or the hip life, or the hip hop. Every country was you know, I don't want to do this on my channel. It's gonna be long. Let me do it on the other video. Okay. I love you all and have a wonderful day. I'll continue this video in the other video. So I will name that one part 2. Just watch it. I'm going to dive into the hip hop how the culture, I don't know how they made a mistake on this. Because guess what will happen? A lot of folks are going to miss their talents. Yeah. A lot of folks will miss their talents. A lot of things will go uncorrected. A lot of influence will be wrongfully made. Okay? Have a wonderful day. Love you all. Bye bye.